HHN special report. And we're back
The
again.
Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
You already know. Shouts out to everybody. Hope you're having a cool day. About to get this news popping. And we're going to keep it rolling. Let's go.
Road One production.
Smoking on the fatty, chillin' with this daddy. It's so good, big ass, call me daddy. Smoking on the fatty, chillin' with this daddy. It's so good, big ass, call me daddy. Smoking on the fatty, chillin' with this daddy. It's so good, big ass, call me daddy. Smoking on the fatty, chillin' with this daddy. It's so good, big ass, call me daddy. Push it to the limit. Limitless addiction, pussy, money, weed, baby girl, I gotta get it all up in it. Give this bitch the business, business booming good, stock prices never slipping. I've been smoking heavy, chillin' in the Chevy, hanging with this chick, she the cool, hot and ready for whatever. She down for whatever. This fucking weed is on another level, smoking on the fatty, chillin' with this daddy. It's so good, big ass, call me daddy. Smoking on the fatty, chillin' with this daddy. It's so good, big ass, call me daddy. Smoking on the fatty, chillin' with this daddy. It's so good, big ass, call me daddy. Smoking on the fatty, chillin' with this daddy. It's so good, big ass, call me daddy. This time I'm living, chillin' with these women. Fucking that we sippin', the club jumping bitches. To this daddy, giving her the addict. Pull up to my crib in the cranberry caddy. Got her feeling naughty. Time to have a party. Smoking weed, now she run my dick like a hardy. Blasting all up in it. Take her out to dinner. After that, we smoke a bunch of weed by the river. Smoking on the fatty, chilling with this daddy. It's so good, big ass, call me daddy. Smoking on the fatty, chilling with this daddy. It's so good, big ass, call me daddy. Smoking on the fatty, chillin' with this baddie. Fucking so good, big ass, call me daddy. Smoking on the fatty, chillin' with this baddie. Fucking so good, big ass, call me daddy. Revolutionary, revolutionary. Why you niggas scary? Go, you haters gon' get buried. Use a bitch, use a snitch, killer, quick. Tell that bitch you ain't a killer. Revolutionary, revolutionary. Why you niggas scary? Go, you haters gon' get buried. Use a bitch, use a snitch, killer, quick. Tell that bitch you ain't a killer. No, bitch you ain't a killer. Ho, caught you with a brick of coke. Judo kick you in your throat. Put you in the figure four. Break your legs and get the dough. Take your bitch and hit the mo. Fuck a bitch till I hit the dough. Load it up at 44. About to hit the building, ho. Hands up in that building, so I don't give a fuck no more. They gon' see the endless glow. From the bullets when you go. Shoot the fan up in this road. Gotta let the building know. Better get out before it blow. Revolutionary, revolutionary. Why these niggas scary? All you haters gonna get buried. Use a bitch, use a snitch, killer, quick. Tell that bitch you ain't a killer. Yo, got another building, ho. CIA up in they hole. Get prepared, we bout to go. If you scared, then let me know. I would do this on my own. I will blast you with the chrome. Custom weapon with a drone. Have to disintegrate your bones. What is poppin', ho? If I drag you to a boat on the coast, chop your body up. Hope you take it note. Revolutionary, revolutionary. Why you niggas get scary? All you haters gonna get buried. Use a bitch, use a snitch, killer, quick. Tell that bitch you ain't a killer. Revolutionary, revolutionary. Why you niggas scary? All you haters gonna get get buried. Choose a bitch, use a snitch, killer, quick, tell that bitch you ain't a killer. Revolutionary, revolutionary. Why you hate is scary? All you haters gonna get buried. Choose a bitch, use a snitch, killer, quick, tell that bitch you ain't a killer.
Salute everybody. Sharp. What up, though? HHN special report.
Got my sword again, slaying horse again in the Jordan fit. Keep recording and slaying all these evil forces, bitch. They be fucking with all of us, killing all of us. Super ponderous, time to send you bitches to torture us. Kill the officers, slaughter them at their offices. When the target hits, I be killing them evil narcissists. When the drama hits, taking out your reconnaissance. Hypersonic hits, frequency weapons, I shoot a lot of it. It's a power hit, knock you out of your moccasins. Grab a soccer wrist, bash your head in front of the populace. Take the note of this, get the most of this. Hope this token shit, kill opponents, been putting bombs in your poker chips. Time to flow again, vision just like a Doberman suitcase. You get float again, take your fucking soul again. Niggas scared of my lyrics, you fucking bitches. That's why you gon' have to fucking listen, motherfucker, listen. Style master, whipping your ass faster, bastard. Have to blast you, even your taskmaster. The class master, slash faster than I asked you. In the pasture, ride the cars, just ride past you. What Captain After, decompose, release your soul to the dark dimension where you get Peter roll. Hit the building, I'm creeping slow in sneaking mode. Metal Gear on me, bitch. I need the secret codes for the launch pad, bitch. I'm going nuclear. Fuck the White House, bitch. I'm turning into dust. Gas I trust, the blast I must. If you scared of my lyrics, I'ma blast at ya. Yo, ain't ready for the shit that I spit. Niggas scared of revolution, y'all know this is real as it get. Don't like it, I'ma hit you with this. You a pussy and a bitch. When I see you, gon' get hit with that blink, bitch. Was that over the top? I could never tell. Seems most of you niggas is really fucking frail. I know my lyrics be hitting home, yeah, I can tell. Fuck y'all bitch ass niggas, let's take it somewhere else. You know what else? I wanna strangle you on to death. Rip the heart at your chest and leave your soul to rest. You criticize my intellect, the disrespect. I should beat the shit out you until you get correct. I guess you scared of the bigger threat, I've been the vet. Born legend, the god of storms, I've been the best. Grab a text, tell the government you was next. You know the water's a stage, I'm shooting up the set. Pull the trigger, we kill him quicker, the iller splitter. I see your army, but I'll destroy all them niggas. Call me killer, Kane drinking Bacardi, nigga. This the end of the world, so come and party with us.
What's love? Tuesday, what's good? Shout out to Vodka, what's up, though? Shouts out. Trying to talk about some news, y'all. You already know what it is. How y'all feeling? Feeling good? I'm getting there.
Phenom Road
Y'all
One
getting me there.
production.
Thank you.
Smoking weed, feeling good. See me mobbing through the hood. Grab a chick, fucking good. Feeling so fucking good. Smoking weed, feeling good. See me mobbing through the hood. Grab a chick, fucking good. Feeling so fucking good. Smoking weed, feeling good. See me mobbing through the hood. Grab a chick, fucking good. Feeling so fucking good. Smoking weed, feeling good. See me mobbing through the hood. Grab a chick, fucking good. Feeling so fucking good. Sipping on this fucking lean. Smoking on the green. Looking clean. Riding through the scene. Feeling like a king. Being with the bad bitch. About to get between. Make the spleen. Bosses on my dick. Like a trampoline. Hit the scene. Send it to the fiends. Gotta make the green. I'm a hustler. And I got some $1 billion dreams. It's a scene with the Cali chick. Chillin' on the beach. Pepper cheeks. Sipping fucking weed. That's my cup of tea. I'm a G till I D.I.E. Show you I'm a beast. Haters weak. You will cease to be. If you fuck with me. Got the keys. Going overseas. Feed up with my queen. She's a pocket goddess. Yeah, you fucking know what I mean. Pepper seeds all up in the throat. While I'm smoking weed, I believe I'm the only one that you gonna need. Feeling good, baby, yes indeed. Got me feeling free. Baby, rolling up the street. Baby, come and roll with me. Weed, feeling good. See me bobbing through the hood. Grab a chick, fucking good. Feeling so fucking good. Smoking weed, feeling good. See me bobbing through the hood. Grab a chick, fucking good. Feeling so fucking good. Smoking weed, feeling good. See me mobbing through the hood. Grab a chick, fucking good. Feeling so fucking good. Smoking weed, feeling good. See me mobbing through the hood. Grab a chick, fucking good. Feeling so fucking good. What's the flow? Fuck it though. Used to give a fuck before. I don't give a fuck no more. Time for me to smoke some more. Walking with the baddest hoe. You know how it fucking go. Stunting on them fucking hoes. Baby girl, I love control. Now we getting on the boat. Everybody gonna flow. Drinking liquor, smoking dope. Girls twerking on the floor. Rolling up another one. Lean in my double cup. Club banging #1. Roll up another blunt. Fucking weed, feeling good. See me mobbing through the hood. Grab a chick, fucking good. Feeling so fucking good. Smoking weed, feeling good. See me mobbing through the hood. Grab a chick, fucking good. Feeling so fucking good.
Oh, we did that. Okay, let's you already know HHN. Let's get it. Shouts out there, everybody. HHN special report. Be back again. There you go.
Phenom Road One production.
Show me my opponent. Where's my opponent? I'm a killer ball, double bed. You don't want it, break. Keep it to components. Throw you in the ocean. Keep it with the fishes, bitches. Listen, I be on it. Start him while he's scoring. Pull off in the foreign. Go in 60 seconds, hit the gas. Then I'm blowing like a river. Feeling like a winner. Grab a fine chick, about to eat her for dinner. I've been on the mission. Never keep me slipping. Call it different rules. Every bustin' at a bed building. In the lobby, dropping bodies like a fucking brew. Weeds ripping everybody. Show me my opponent. 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 This is my decision. Killing like a villain. Cut you up the ribbons, cause the government is tripping. Now I'm up in Cali, chillin' with this baddie. Going all in the baby girl, call me daddy. Riding through the valley, smoking on the fatty. About to get this girl, 50 straight in Cincinnati. Gotta get this money, get back to the money. Haters looking funny, cause I shot him in the stomach. Motherfucker on the battle, who the one to battle? Pulling out the shot and make your whole body rattle. Don't wanna kill the chatter, see your body shatter. Fillin' with the hurricane, everybody scatter. Show me my opponent, 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 show me my opponent. Shouts out everybody.
everybody I do features with. Relentless. Shouts out to Relentless.
HHN, real black man, I'm crafted in God's image. Lyrically, I'm a savage and good from the plane. With the spawn grip, boom, I ain't going nowhere. You better get used to it. Equipped with the coolest. And I ain't talking about no handguns on the bad land and holding the game for ransom. Run me mine, and I don't want my chips to circulate. Fast food for the CEOs. So taking them on dinner daily. Unless I'm well trained, fair to say that I've been a great stuck in your weight class with it. I'm heavyweight savers with the blows, quick feet like I lead. Joe Lewis when I do, I'm leaving flat in the ring. John Kemp when I lift off, finish like Dominique. Underrated like Pippen when I hit break in the ring. Put in a lot of work, my best interest for the team. Just give me the hand off and I'ma run it up the scene. Fake smiles, fake nods when they hear me on the beat. On my phone against the odds, I'ma keep on doing me. I'ma treasure you in the mud for the nervous side. I'ma put you on the summer that I ain't been fine. I represent for all my brothers above or underground. And all the black queens, it's your flowers and crowns.
You want this hip hop, the realest hip hop. Everybody love this hip hop, let's give them hip hop. You want this hip hop, the realest hip hop. Everybody love this hip hop, let's give them hip hop. You want this hip hop, the realest hip hop. Everybody love this hip hop, let's give them hip hop. You want this hip hop, let's give them hip hop. Everybody love this hip hop, let's give them hip hop. It's time to unload, the drama unfold. My 44 gold, taking your soul, never reload. Where do we go? The battlefield's making me flow. For the government, kill a ball with every flow. I'm the infamous lyricist to the fans. The justice imminent, implement all the talents to kill a quick with these instruments. With these sentences, shaking one in the instant. Quick hurricane is the name, you better know who you're dealing with. Style master, slow it down cause I'm faster. Bastard in the dark abyss, that's where I cast you. Natural disaster, I'm the final chapter. Happy running in circles like hamsters, little bastards. I'm the warrior, battlefield looking glorious. Skills is so notorious, kicking your ass like Morpheus. The anomaly, speaking new philosophy, speaking with the velocity, cause a lot of atrocities. You want this hip hop, the realest hip hop. Everybody love this hip hop, let's give them hip hop. You want this hip hop, the realest hip hop. Everybody love this hip hop, let's give them hip hop. You want this hip hop, the realest hip hop. Everybody love this hip hop, let's give them hip hop. You want this hip hop, the realest hip hop. Everybody love this hip hop, let's give them hip hop.
All right. Let's get to the news. Gotta head to the UK real quick. You already know what it is. Shout out to Vanta, UK correspondent. I think we in the UK or Australia. Should we somewhere? I know we got our passports. I'm just trying to remember. There we go. Oh, all right. There we go. Fuck it. Here we go.
The 16 social media ban is probably coming to the UK, and in this video we're going to go through what's happened, the legislation that's been written about this, and also what's been said in Parliament about this. Yep. And we're going to start off with the Children's Wellbeing and Schools Bill. Now later this week there is a full video coming about this bill, but of course you may have seen over the past few days I've been pulling out individual topics because I feel like they deserve their own videos, and this video is no different. Essentially, this bill was passed in September of this year, and since the bill was introduced as a way to basically make children safer in schools and to basically regulate children's well-being, while they've started adding things to this legislation and adding amendments to this legislation that are absolutely insane. We've covered this heavily on the channel. One of the amendments they want to make is to require identification for you to use VPNs. We covered that in a video. They also want companies like Apple and Samsung to be screening your messages and reporting you to the police and governments. These are all things that have been listed in the latest amendments, but in today's video, we're going to talk about another thing that they want to do. And we will talk about the legislation, but last night we had the Online Safety Act debate in Parliament. And I say debate very lightly because usually a debate is between a proponent and an opposition. It was a room full of people that love the Online Safety Act, so there was no real debate. But one of the MPs said
good, Jordan.
this.
What up,
We're
dog?
seeing what is possible when red lines are drawn. Australia has decided
What's good?
that the welfare of its children are more important than the interests of the powerful and the wealthy. Now that is leadership. The UK's failure to stand up to the powerful vested interests has played right into the hands of foreign forces who wish our country, our way of life and our democracy harm.
Obviously, MPs have been looking at Australia, and the legislation that we're about to go into really does reflect that. But very quickly, if you don't want to be at the hands of the government, make sure to check out private internet access via this piece of legislation. So obviously, we have the Children's Wellbeing in Schools Bill, and the bits of legislation we're about to go through now are the amendments that they are looking to make to the legislation. Now, these haven't been passed in the Commons yet, but it's expected within the next 4 or so weeks that they will be passed. It's really hard to say because Christmas is happening, so it might mess up the timeline a little bit, but of course, I'll keep you guys updated. After clause 27, insert the following new clause. Action to promote the well-being of children in relation to social media. 1. Within 12 months of the day on which this act is passed, the Secretary of State must, for the purposes of promoting the well-being of children, direct the Chief Medical Officers of the United Kingdom, the UK CMOs, to prepare and publish advice for parents and carers on the use of social media by children at different ages and developmental stages, which is actually something I agree with. I think parents should actually be taught about how social media can affect children. However, it is worth saying at this point, maybe this is another conversation to have. There isn't actually a lot of research that's taken place into this that can be widely accepted and publicly agreed on. So maybe this is an area that needs to be researched more. By regulations made, I think it means by statutory instrument, require all regulated user-to-user services to use highly effective age assurance measures to prevent children under the age of 16 from becoming or being users. Any regulations under subsection 1B must be treated as an enforceable requirement within the meaning of section 131 and for the purposes of Part 7 of the Online Safety Act 2023. So that's that. They want to introduce age verification for social media platforms, and to be honest, this isn't really a surprise. Now, whilst all these MPs talk about how this is to protect children, it's worth saying that we all agree that children should be protected. The concerns that everyone has with acts like this and the idea of having to hand over identification to utilise parts of the internet or to even use social media is the security risks involved. Many of us do not like the idea of private companies or even the government holding control and a combined database of all of our personal and private information of where we go, what we do, what websites we use, all in select databases which can be hacked. The concerns with this are not about whether we are bothered about protecting children. Of course we are. Our concerns are with the privacy element of this. Now, there are some videos coming up on the channel where I actually talk about the EU and how the EU fits into all of this. Of course, we're not part of the EU.
God damn, the medical field ain't shit. 400, Jesus, I have to stop. Like, god damn. But sending, positive energy and healing energy to the situation. But god damn, 400 just to check a fucking heart. God damn, man, fuck the government and big pharma. That was it. But shouts out.
In the UK, but we still sit on the board for various different committees, whether it's online safety, whether it's digital privacy committees. Yes, actually one does exist. It doesn't do anything, but it exists. And I tend to see a lot of comments from people saying that, we're not in the EU anymore, so we're not actually part of these legislations and rules that are coming into effect. Obviously, this isn't EU legislation. This is in the UK. This is in the Parliament. But I think people need to be more aware that just because we're not a paying member of the EU anymore, we are still very much integral to the operational side of various different pieces of legislation that pass. What you'll find is a lot of legislations that get passed in the European Union, we end up having them in the UK. They just put UK before it or after it. So, for example, GDPR we have UK GDPR, which is technically 99.9% identical to the European Union's version of it, just with text editor and Europe replaced with United Kingdom. So that leads into the future videos that are going to be coming over the next week or two, where I'm going to talk about not just this bill, where I'm going to talk about the coalition that exists between the UK and the EU and various pieces of legislation that are going to be passed in the European Union that will also apply to the UK, based on some of the board members that are from the UK that sit on the European Union. The more research...
Right, it's crazy how like the shit won't affect the UK, but if some UK people are in the European Union on the fucking board, they're gonna try to bring some shit to the UK. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, dog. Nobody see this shit. That shit wild.
So I've done into topics like this, and more in particular this bill, the more I've started to realize that this is a slightly more sophisticated and coordinated attack on privacy and freedoms. Not that I'm saying that I wasn't aware it was in the first place, but I think the extent of it, as you read different pieces of legislation, becomes more apparent. And this is where we're starting to see the more effective usage of things like VPNs. Now, I'm not saying that you should utilize a VPN to bypass this regulation. I'm not advising that. I'm saying that if you want to stay private online, you can use a VPN. But it is a fact that VPN usage now is skyrocketing because of the reliance on it. The fact is VPNs obfuscate your location. They say that, you know, Timmy in the UK is actually a known person in Madagascar, for example. And this movement of online identity and online location and this obfuscation of your actual IP addresses makes it really difficult for rules and regulations like this to actually be instituted. I think the worrying thing overall is because they're putting this legislation in writing and tying it to existing laws, they're basically making more things that you can be prosecuted for and more things that corporations can be fined and prosecuted for. And this is where we have to talk a little bit about political parties. So there's quite a few political parties that are against things like digital identification. All of them are. But when it comes to things like the Online Safety Act, it's a bit more of a question mark. It really depends on the MP. There's different opinions. There's a few parties that overall are flat out against it, like people like Reform, for example. But there's a lot of parties out there that are very scared to make a stance against things like the Online Safety Act and all these dystopian regulations that have come into effect. They're very scared to say something about it because the way that these pieces of legislation have been propositioned to the public is that this act is to protect children. If you don't like this act, you're a nonce. And this is a really dangerous way that the UK government have positioned everything they're doing. Like if we talk about this bill in particular, the Children's Wellbeing in Schools bill, you know, there's a lot of stuff in here about protecting children, but if you actually go into some of the legislation that they've added in the amendments, a lot of them are 1% about protecting children and 99% about control. Things like requiring you to hand over your identification to download a VPN is absolutely absurd. Now, the good thing is if you get a VPN before that comes into effect, you've already got the VPN, so they can't really do anything with that. But what they are trying to do is instill control and maybe an element of fear by using children as a scapegoat. And this actual bill itself has a load of privacy concerns for children. And I've been working on a bigger video about that, of how this actually affects children. And, you know, we can talk a little bit about digital privacy in that video, but there's a lot more to it than that. And I really want to dive into that topic, so that video will be coming out later this week. Anyway, thank you for watching. Of course, if you're looking for a VPN, use the link down below. Get 4 months free, 86% off. And I shall see you all in the next video. And of course, I'll keep you updated with whatever happens with this particular bill and the amendments that are being made to it. Thank you for watching.
Oh, damn. All right. Thanks, Terry. What up, though? Casino. I mean, that's milestone. That's milestone. You know, how you two always be fucking up with the motherfucking names and shit. What is this? What did she send me? All right. Somebody just sent me a card. Oh, that's my grandma. That's my grandma. I'm like, you know, I see my name, but like I couldn't see my grandma's address. But it's in the corner that she got like one of them stickers. I'm like, who the fuck sent me this? Where do? Oh snap! Thanks, Grandma. Thank you. But where do I go cash this at? I need to find out where the fuck I go cash this at. It say PNC Bank. I don't know no PNC Bank at. I gotta go on Woodward. I think that's the only one I know. Shouts out to my grandma. She just sent me some bread. Holy shit. Holy shit. Anyway, thanks, grandma. You know, like even though we needed for, you know, like even though we got to get together for my uncle's, you know, like memorial and shit, you know, like she still found a way to help me out. You know, like she knew I was, oh my God. Let's just say like some situation happened with my cousin. You know what I'm saying? And motherfucker took a loss, you know. So like this is probably for that situation. So thanks grandma for helping me out because I was like, man, I'm gonna grind and go get it back on my own regardless. But you know, like she must have knew. Like you know, I know you're going through it right now, you know, and I know we gotta like use the money for, you know, her son. So, you know, some wild stuff going on, but she hooked me up. I needed that. I fucking needed that. Hey, Trump and some problems with Prime, and they dropped checks on people. I got mines. Yeah. For sure. But at the end of the day, I'm still debating, like, should I go to the memorial? I'm like, man, nigga, your son is a thief, and I don't want to motherfucking knock some shit over in this motherfucker. I'm like, yo, man, I don't want to be around this nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know, like find a way to come early. I'm talking about like super early, pay my respects to all the first people that's there, and then bust up, you know, like before it gets crowded. Or like before I motherfucker strangle a motherfucker. I'm like, shit. Thanks, grandma, but there's still $250 unaccounted for. Thanks, grandma, but there's still $250 unaccounted for. You know, and this is why you say family ain't shit. Not my grandma. I'm talking about like the motherfucker that stole that goddamn money. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know, but you know, like this is why I call family the ones I consider family. It'd be my grandma, my cousin Felicia, you know, my big cousin Irvin, and now my uncle just passed. So like it's like, damn, I'm down to my grandma, my cousin Felicia, and my big cousin Irvin. Like everybody else living their life, you know, so like they ain't really in, and I'm gonna let them just like live their life because like they don't understand what went on when we was growing up because like they was all kids. They ain't see the shit that was going on. So like, you know, I don't put them in it. So, you know. But the ones that's grown, they know what's going on. So like I call family the ones that was actually there for me, the ones that's, you know, that actually show that they're family. But after this, I gotta call my grandma and tell her thank you. And where do I go to cash it? Because I know it's like 428 right now. I think the banks close around 5 or 6. And I don't got time to be out there in the cold waiting on the bus, so I'm gonna cash that bitch in the morning. But yeah. Yeah, grandma's rock. I know, right? Oh no, grandma don't owe me nothing. You know, it's just a joke. I'm like, man, there's still some money missing though, but thank you. Well, you can already know what it is. But yeah, I definitely needed that. I definitely needed it. Times is real hard. But just saw about a gig today, about to say about another gig tomorrow. So, but I can't smoke. So I gotta make sure I don't smoke as soon as I wake up. You know how the wake and bake is. So try not to smoke when I wake up. So I'm gonna get all my smoking in right now and tonight. But when I wake up, I gotta make sure no wake and bake. So I'm gonna just grab like a Black a Mile and grab like 2 Black a Miles, chief that bitches. And just mind fuck myself like I'm smoking weed. But anyway, going to the next video. Yep. Club going up on Tuesday. What club going up? Shouts out to Live and Learn. What up, though? The best cooks too. Yep, you already know the best cooks. Yep. Great. It's 9:30 there. All right. All right, we on the next one. Trump and Rob Reiner about this one. Yeah. I think is it the Alex Jones one? Yeah, Alex Jones.
So, man, with MAGA currently falling apart, Alex Jones is really, really having a rough go of it. It's kind of hard to watch, if I'm being honest with you. So, Alex Jones, I mean, look, he was the guy who, I mean, he was the conspiracy guy. He was like the one you go to get some kooky ass.
Oh, yeah, this is from Secular Talk. I think his name Kyle Kalinske. But, you know, like, he say some right shit from time to time, but, like, you know what, the guy that I had to expose him, I think it's called The Disturbed Illusion. We're going to play him next. Because even though, yes, he be exposed to Trump, but, like, he still played the left-right paradigm. So, you know, but the guy that I'm going to play after Kyle Kalinske is a guy that exposes all the hypocrisy and say they touch 2 wings of the same damn bird. But he actually point out the shit that Kyle do be saying some right shit from time to time. But at the same time, you still play the fucking left-right paradigm instead of calling all these motherfuckers out for all being evil and against all the people, you know. But I had to grab Kyle because he was talking about Alex Jones, and I didn't know what the fuck was going on with Alex Jones. I'm like, all right, fuck going on with Alex Jones? Oh, this what he doing now? Let's get it.
Theory about any event that happens politically. But now, I mean, he's old, he's washed. Candace has sort of stolen his thunder and taken his place. And that's leading to him having like identity crises on air on a regular basis. It's kind of crazy to see.
Oh yeah, dog, that's gonna be nice. Hurricane Relentless track. Yeah, dog, that's cold. Wait a minute, though. You said album. Oh shit. Now that's a project. Hell yeah. Yep, Midwest Southern Soul shit. Yep, it'd be called Midwest Southern Flows. Me and Jordan, Midwest Southern Soul. Yep, that's cold.
Here's Alex basically saying he's Switzerland when it comes to TPUSA versus Candace Owens. He goes out there to be like, I just want everybody to know I haven't commented on it because I haven't looked into it fully yet. I'd like to know what I'm talking about, but generally speaking, I'm sort of in the middle between the two of them. So again, this is how you know he's so washed. Alex Jones of the past would have had all of the Candace-style conspiracies before Candace. But now Candace is the one, raking in, 1 million or 2 million views per video because she's throwing all these conspiracies out there and making everybody's fucking eating it up, right? Now here's Alex. He's like basically crying himself to sleep every night because MAGA is falling apart. And so then he comes out and says this. Let's watch.
I have not commented on the TPUSA, Candace Owens, multi-month-long soap opera that is sucking all the oxygen out of the room and become the only major issue anybody's talking about, literally. And obviously, I'm not just here to get ratings. I could be all over this and just, have But I have all these other serious issues I'm looking at and dealing with here. And so I haven't had time to really go investigate it, all the angles of it, look at it. And it's gotten so bad. About 2 weeks ago, I started doing about 3 hours of research a day. Just because I need to know what I should do about this because it becomes a distraction. I was doing 3 hours of research a day trying to figure out what Candace was saying and what TPUSA was saying. And I would have said something about this, but my dog ate my homework. My dog ate my political commentary. I just wanted to say that. And I'm not trying to blame TPUSA. I'm not trying to blame Candace. I'm not trying to pick a side here. It's not that I ride fences.
I'm not ride fences.
It's not that I ride fences. Says the guy who's been fence riding for like 2 years now. Elon versus Trump. I mean, I can't really pick a side. I kind of like both of them. They're really cool, actually. I wouldn't. They should actually get back.
I'm the Black Alex Jones, Infowars.com. They're spraying shit, give people COVID. Black helicopters. Black helicopters flying everywhere.
Together. It's a grown man playing with dolls. Trump and Elon should get back together. We were a lot happier when they did that. I shipped Trump and Elon Musk. Now he's doing the same thing with Candace and TPUSA. Figured out exactly what's going on yet. But I've hit a tipping point with the information, and it'll be in the next few days. I'm going to go ahead and cover it. But it gives me a headache to have to go into all this stuff. But I'm just going to say this. It's so ridiculous. And so many of the sources that, this person says this with no proof of who they are, no proof. They're in Arizona the day before, and they're special ops, but another group, and they go into a room, and there's 12 colonels or 15 colonels, and they're all planning to, take out Charlie Kirk. I mean, just come on. Oh, you've got to be. The guy who said Sandy Hook was fake. The guy who said Sandy Hook was fake. Because Obama's going to take your guns. It's a false flag. They're going to take your guns. These are crisis actors. Turns out Obama didn't take the guns. Turns out you were wrong. He's out here like, Candace, I don't know about these conspiracies. The evidence doesn't seem to back up the claims you're making. And I would know because I care a lot about evidence. I, Alex Jones, care a lot about evidence. By the way, Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton are literal demons, and they smell like sulfur, and they have flies land on them because they're from the pits of hell. But I believe in evidence, Candace. You've gone too far. I just love how the right is falling apart in the most obvious ways ever. It's incredible. And all these anonymous people popping up with their voices changed and blurred, and then everybody runs with that, and then later it's not true, and just building and 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 building. All these groups involved, and all these things involved, and just all of it. And then statements like, how dare Erica Kirk raise $40 million supposedly in a fundraiser. We need giant war chest. TPUSA flooded the zone, got millions of voters registered, took us over the top. The Democrats completely hated it. He is such a loyal Republican bitch boy now. This reminds me of Tim Pool. Candace, what are you doing? We might lose the midterms. Oh gosh, golly, not the midterms. Not Republicans are going to lose the midterms. Oh my gosh. That sure is rootin' tootin' negative, isn't it, Papa? What are you doing?
You're
like fucking grown men.
Morty.
I love how they're watching a party that fucking Trump is refusing to release the Epstein files. He's got concentration camps. He's ruining people's lives. He sent people to get tortured and raped in fucking El Salvador. He's warmongering in Venezuela, illegally bombed Iran and Somalia and Yemen. The most corrupt president ever, not even close, by the way. He's invading the U.S. with the U.S. military. And you got people like Tim Pool and Alex Jones going, we might lose the midterms. Well, maybe you fucking should, since this regime is the most evil, sadistic, corrupt, fascist piece of shit regime I've ever seen in my life. What about the midterms? Candace, you're playing too loose with your lips. These conspiracies are a little kooky. Anyway, I'm going to go back the Epstein defender again. I'm not attacking Candace because I've got big problems with TPUSA. And that's why I haven't got to it yet. So I've got to sit through all the information I have and just write up a list of the TPUSA stuff I've got issues with and concerns, and then all the things that have been put out. And then you just, I'm just asking questions, move the next thing, in a soap opera way. It's fine to ask questions. It just becomes something that has to be analyzed and looked at. And so that's why I haven't covered it yet, because I like to actually know what's going on. Okay, that was incredibly sad, but I got more for you. So now, this is where he's crashing out here. Trump is in the Epstein files, and that
I think he wants to get all the evidence or like know everything going on so he don't get sued again. That's what I think.
Agreed.
Was Epstein's best friend. Like, they've seen all the stories. They've seen all the leaks. You can't hide this any longer, Alex. It's not going to work. People follow this shit. So his own audience is sort of like on his ass for defending Trump, who's Epstein's bestie. And Alex keeps crashing out over it and losing it because he knows he's stone cold caught. Watch this. God damn, you need to grow up. Excuse me. I mean, what is your major problem? I see this shit everywhere.
misrepresent. Everything I've said here is extremely clear. I predicted they'd have all these nothing burgers and recycled crap. And I predicted Trump would get pissed and just try to shut it all down because he knows they've only cherry-picked the stuff they want. And I said, you can't handle it that way, Trump. And you can't sit there like a deer in the headlights and tell people, don't bring it up, don't talk about it, because it's a hoax. Just like the Russia thing, you got to meet it head on and explain how it's a fraud. Not that Epstein doing bad stuff didn't exist, but that the Democrats are all over it, and they're the party of pedophilia out in the open everywhere, and then it's a win. So yeah, lady, Erica C47, I warned Trump, and I was right. I wasn't trying to dunk on Trump to act holier than thou. I was trying to get a course correct because he's the ship I'm on, and if he goes down, we have all got a big problem, cupcake. You know what skin in the game is, sweetheart? You got people trying to put you in prison to kill you? No, you don't. I'm mad at you. Just in general, all you people are not on the front lines of this war for decade after decade after decade trying to save humanity. And you always misrepresent everything to make yourself feel powerful. That's pathetic. You need to grow up. Get right with God. So there's that. Unbelievable.
You know why that's funny? Because like when I listen to like a fuck the government podcast and I go on my rant, I laugh like a motherfucker too. I'm like, God damn, nigga, I went off on that motherfucker. I be laughing too.
It is a hoax that Trump is screwing underage girls. It is a hoax these Jane Does that turn out to be real. All the real victims say they never even saw Trump except 2 women, and that was at Mar-a-Lago. He was a complete gentleman. And then they take New York Post photos and photos from him decades ago and go, look, a secret thing, black out the thing, say it's kids, blah, blah, blah. That ought to piss you off they're doing that. That's the hoax. That's the hoax, not Epstein. I'm going to say it again, because Epstein is real. Mossad, MI6, CIA. It's already been covered up. They cherry pick what they want. The attacks on Trump that he was involved are a hoax. You understand? The attacks on Trump that he's involved is a hoax. The attacks that Trump's involved is the hoax. The attacks that Trump's involved is the hoax. Is the hoax. Not that Epstein didn't do this stuff. No, he did do that.
His own audience woke up and they realized, no, Trump is compromised. Trump was best friends with Epstein. There's like, I'm sorry, you're coping, you're seething. This is mental gymnastics to try to excuse Trump. Wrong. You're wrong.
Epstein is bad, but actually, when Trump was best friends with Epstein, that doesn't count because of reasons and stuff and things. And he was actually trying to infiltrate them to take them down. And that's what was going on.
This is why he's losing it at his own audience, because they've graduated beyond his bullshit.
And Bongino and the rest of them, Patel getting up there and saying he didn't have accomplices, he wasn't a human trafficker, when his accomplices in prison for it was horrible and super destructive.
Sound like Paul Heyman.
The Trump administration, and it was the wrong thing.
Why do you think they're covering up all this stuff, Alex? Because their boss is giving them the marching orders. Trump is giving them the marching orders. You better fucking hide the Epstein files. How do you not piece this together? He has, but he's too much of a cuck to the regime that he can't tell you the truth. He's lying to you on purpose.
And I hit him hard when they did it. That's not saying Epstein's a hoax. You put that in my mouth. You said that.
You put that. You gotta say pause, Alex. That's what I'm saying. That's not Alex Jones. That's Alex James. That nigga's a clone. You put that in my mouth. Pause, Alex. Pause. Putting shit in people's mouths and shit. Come on. You gotta say pause after that. Black Alex Jones, Infowars.com. You gotta say pause after you say some shit like that. You're putting shit in people's mouths. It's not cool.
My credibility to claim I'm saying it doesn't exist. You are lying. See? You lie in my name. You. Fucking scum.
You're just wrong, bro. Hold the L. He'll never hold the L. He's got to hold the L. If Trump and Epstein is a hoax, like them together, if that's a hoax, why is it we know, based on Epstein's emails, that Epstein knew everything about Mar-a-Lago's financing, including to the point of Trump doing mortgage fraud? How would he know that if Trump and Epstein is a hoax, if they weren't close? How would they know that? Why hasn't Alex, if you had the story of Katie Johnson, if that was about Bill Clinton, do you think he would call that a hoax? No, he wouldn't. It's because it's about his friend Trump that he says it's a hoax. No, the fact of the matter is, Katie Johnson had a lawsuit in 2016 about how in 1994, when she was 13, Epstein and Trump allegedly raped her. And that lawsuit was dropped. They view that as evidence of like, oh, see, it was fake. No, it's evidence that she was threatened and she was afraid to go public and put her face out there and afraid of the backlash and afraid of MAGA psychopaths who might try to fucking kill her. That's the reality. But he would never, ever talk about that and tell tell you the truth about that. Alex Jones wouldn't tell you the truth that we just saw in the Epstein emails. In 2011, Trump spent hours with an Epstein victim at Epstein's house, which was bugged, so they have blackmail tapes of the president of the United States. Blackmail tapes that Mossad probably has, fucking Russia probably has them. He's compromised, and Alex would never tell you these things, ever. Just like he'd never tell you about them sharing a girlfriend, Trump and Epstein. He would never tell you about the time that it was Trump and Epstein at Mar-a-Lago with a bunch of teenage models alone. He would never tell you about this. If it was Bill Clinton, he'd be screaming from the mountaintops about it. Meanwhile, what we did see in the emails was Epstein saying Clinton never went to the island. Did you say that publicly? Alex Jones? No, you didn't, and you wouldn't, because you're a hack. Because you're a fucking Republican cheerleader. You and Tim Pool can go grab your little fucking pom-poms and go, hooray, Republicans! We love Republicans! Higher unemployment, higher inflation, no health care, kick $17 million off Medicaid. Yay, Republicans! More wars, yay! Because that's all you are now. That's all both of you are now. Hey, y'all, do me a favor.
Yo, that shit wild. Now, we still talking about Trump. And Rob Reiner, I think of like a Hollywood director or a Hollywood filmmaker. This nigga got stabbed. Him and his wife got stabbed to death by their own son. And I didn't know this shit. I didn't know this shit went on, but like somehow Trump is involved. So this is from the guy that exposed the last guy that we just got done listening to. But the last guy who was exposing how Alex Jones is just fucked. But anyway, let's get it.
The distracting, disturbing illusion, and this is yet another distraction.
Yeah, and this channel is called The Disturbing Illusion. The Disturbing Illusion channel.
Trump said about Rob Reiner and his wife. As you probably already know, Rob Reiner and his wife were brutally stabbed in their home. Reportedly, the son did it, and Donald Trump responded to this brutal attack on his Truth Social, and people, of course, are hitting the roof. Upset, appalled, virtue signaling at every corner on the internet. But what people don't understand is that Rob Reiner and Donald Trump had the same fundamentally disturbing thing in common. See, they both wanted you and I to continue to participate in the utterly corrupt system that is screwing every single American every single day. Now, I can't help, and you can't either, that a large majority of people, if not all of them on the right and the left, to one extent or another, one level or another, are suffering from a severe case of Stockholm Syndrome and cognitive dissonance, which we'll get to in a second. Let's go and read this. Donald Trump says a very sad thing happened last night in Hollywood. Hollyweirdo Rob Reiner, a tortured and struggling but once very talented movie director and comedy star, has passed away together with his wife Michelle, reportedly due to the anger he caused others through his massive, unyielding, and incurable affliction with a mind-crippling disease known as Trump derangement syndrome, sometimes referred to as TDS. He was known to have driven people crazy by his raging obsession of President Donald J. Trump, with his obvious paranoia reaching new heights as the Trump administration surpassed all goals and expectations of greatness, and with the golden age of America upon us. I was thinking it's a golden age when I was trying to buy some top sirloin last night. Aren't you thinking it's a golden age when you get your grocery bill and you're like, doggone it, if that ain't the golden age, I don't know what is. The golden age of America is upon us, perhaps like never before. It's like never before. May Rob and Michelle rest in peace. This was posted by Marjorie Taylor Greene, who said Rob Reiner and his wife were tragically killed at the hands of their own son, who reportedly had drug addiction and other issues, and their remaining children are left in serious mourning and heartbreak. This is a family tragedy, not about politics or political enemies. Many families deal with a family member with drug addiction and mental health issues. It's incredibly difficult and should be met with empathy, especially when it ends in murder. And a lot of people were saying, well, you know what? Rob deserved what Donald Trump said about him because he wanted him in prison for all that Russia stuff. So it serves him right. And it just shows you how dehumanizing and demoralizing politics can be. It literally makes people monsters. It causes otherwise good people to do and say things that they wouldn't typically do and say. And then on the other side of it, the people who aren't celebrating a death or rubbing it in the faces of somebody who already died, they're too busy taking the virtue victory lap as they pretend to stand on some kind of moral high ground in the house of the most poisonous, toxic substance known to man, which would be politics. Politics kills, it deceives, it divides, it demoralizes. And it's almost people delight in just telling outright lies. Like a lot of people on the internet saying, well, Rob Reiner hated Charlie Kirk and he applauded and he celebrated when Charlie Kirk died. But I haven't seen any of that. He could have, and I'm just not aware of it. But here's what he said on Piers.
Now, one thing I did see was South Park made fun of Rob Reiner. I think they had him like, oh, you know, every time he came on the motherfucking scene, he was eating something and shit. And he was talking with the food in his mouth. You know, the motherfucker was talking about eating. I don't know if it was either Family Guy or South Park. I think it was South Park where they made fun of Rob Reiner. But I know it was funny because it was vague every time he came on screen. It was like a fat guy who was always eating something.
Morgan, you first heard about the murder of Charlie Kirk. What was your immediate gut reaction to it?
Well, horror, absolute horror. And I unfortunately saw the video of it, and it's beyond belief what happened to him. And
it's beyond belief is exactly how I would personally describe it. For example, it's beyond belief that the FBI continues to propagate their official story that it was done by a lone gunman, Tyler Robinson, who took a gun apart, went up on top of the roof, put it back together, zeroed the sights, took the perfect shot, took it back apart, got down off the roof, put it back together with the screwdriver that he left on the roof. And I find it very hard to believe that a 30-06 was stopped cold in its tracks by a vertebrae that Andrew Colvett said was a man of steel vertebrae. So yeah, it is beyond belief, Rob. And it's also beyond belief that the very organization that Charlie Kirk started, TPUSA, is continuing to parrot that same official story along with Andrew Colvett and CEO of TPUSA, Erica Tammy Faye Baker Kirk.
That should never happen to anybody. I don't care what your political beliefs are. That's not acceptable. That's not a solution to solving problems. And I felt like what his wife said at the service at the memorial they had was exactly right. And
you mean the WWE fireworks show memorial, where they geo-tracked about 300,000 Charlie Kirk mourners through their surveillance partners in team as they made bank on Charlie Kirk merch during the memorial service?
Totally, I believe. You know, I'm Jewish, but I believe in the teachings of Jesus, and I believe in doing to others, and I believe in forgiveness. And what she said to me was beautiful, and absolutely, you know, when she forgave his assassin, and I think that is admirable.
Now you got to understand, Rob Reiner, just like Donald Trump, are meatheads in every sense of the word. Dead from the neck up. Meat heads. Just like everybody who involves themselves in this political left versus right theater play. Jack Posobiec says, Rob Reiner called for Trump to be jailed over lies, not surprised. Trump said what he said. Rob said on April 15th, 2021, no surprise. Trump colluded with Russia. We've always known his presidency was illegitimate. Now it has been proven. For the sake of our democracy, this man must be indicted and jailed. Remember, democracy, according to the founders, is two wolves and a lamb deciding on what to have for dinner. According to one of the founders, democracy is mob rule, or the tyranny of the majority. You really want to preserve democracy, Rob? Oh, that's right. I can't ask you anymore, can I? Ever the whataboutist propagandist, Jack also writes, for all the people attacking Trump's post. And then he puts an article that says, the day after Rush Limbaugh died, Holly Weird filmmaker, remember it is Holly Weird, something very strange is going on there. And we know who controls Holly Weird, don't we? Filmmaker Rob Reiner attacked the late conservative radio host as a purveyor of disinformation, like Rob wasn't. Like Donald Trump isn't? Yeah, Donald Trump is. Rob called it out, but Rob also is. Saying that Americans must protect democracy from others like him. Rob Reiner launched his social media attack on the late Limbaugh by calling him a liar, warning that other conservative media personalities are trying to deny climate change to protect our democracy democracy, we must remain vigilant in calling out their big lies, starting with climate change, he wrote. And you might wonder to yourself, how is it that people are still incapable of seeing that their chosen and favored political parasite is not a liar? Take a look at this from the cognitive dissonance Stockholm syndrome
Political
perspective
parasite.
from Adam Mockler.
Only 30 minutes after Charlie Kirk was assassinated, Elon Musk tried to stoke the flames by tweeting out, quote, "The left is the party of murder." Elon Musk was trying to... Only 30 minutes after Charlie Kirk was assassinated, Elon Musk tried to stoke the flames by tweeting out, quote, "The left is the party of murder." Elon Musk was trying to paint the Democratic Party with a broad brush as being bloodthirsty and violent, despite us not knowing who did the shooting.
Yeah, because that's half truth. The left is the party of murder. The right is the party of murder. These are just half truths. The whole truth is the uniparty is the party of murder. Politics is murderous. It's violence. It's brutality. It's coercion. It's theft. Except Adam Mockler wants the left to steal from you and to coerce you and to brutally attack you if you disobey. The Benny Johnsons of the world, the Dave Rubins, and the Jeff Posobics want the right attacking you, coercing you, and stealing from you.
This was disgusting. Well,
look how righteous
they broad brush as being bloodthirsty and violent, despite us not knowing who did the shooting.
Yeah, because that's half truth. The left is the party of murder. The right is the party of murder. These are just half truths. The whole truth is the uniparty is the party of murder. Politics is murderous. It's violence. It's brutality. It's coercion. It's theft. Except Adam Mockler wants the left to steal from you and to coerce you and to brutally attack you if you disobey. The Benny Johnsons of the world, the Dave Rubins, and the Jack Posobics want the right attacking you, coercing you, and stealing from you.
Despite every single Democratic politician condemning the shooting, and despite every single mainstream Democrat in politics and the media saying this was disgusting. Well,
look how righteous I am. I finally got around to saying that, hey, a murder was wrong. I condemn that in the strongest possible terms. I'm a politician. You can believe that I'm being very sincere this time. That's the childish attitude of an Adam Mockler, of a Midas Touch, of a Brian Tyler Cohen, of the Young Turks, of conservative media like Faux News, Right Side Broadcasting, the Gateway Pundit. Essentially, mentally, they all peaked in kindergarten and they never proceeded or progressed from there. You need to keep believing in politics. You need to keep engaging in the political process. Is the system corrupt? Yeah. Is it filled with corrupt people? Yeah. Could we rightly call Washington, D.C., Washington's district of criminals, whether right or left? They're just political liars and parasites. Well, yeah. And you want me to continue voting for them, to continue supporting them, to continue demoralizing and dehumanizing myself and bowing at the altar of politics. Well, yeah. Do you have a better idea? Do I have a better idea than pouring gasoline on a house fire? Yeah. How about idea number one? Stop pouring the gasoline.
Democrat in politics and the media saying this was disgusting. Well, after mainstream Democrat in politics and the media politician condemning the shooting, and despite every single mainstream Democrat in politics and the media saying this was disgusting. Well, after Rob Reiner and his wife were tragically murdered last night, the right continued to try to paint the left as the party of murder and establish their own moral high ground by saying, look, none of us are making fun of Rob Reiner and his wife. They were incredibly cocky. They said, you won't see people on the right celebrating the horrific murder of Rob Reiner and his wife. Compare that to the left's reaction.
How can Jack Posobiec speak for everybody on the right? What if somebody on the right started celebrating the horrific murder of Rob Reiner and his wife? What's he going to say then? Oh, well, they were just rhinos. They're Republican in name only.
Charlie Kirk's murder. They are trying to draw a direct parallel between the reaction of the sides. Joey Salads says, as you can see, the right doesn't celebrate the death of those on the left.
Okay, so basically Joey Salads and Jack Posobiec and Adam Mockler are basically on the same team because they're on Team Uniparty. Being on Team Uniparty, whether it's the right wing or the left wing of the same bird of prey that's constantly circling around like a zombie vulture looking for the next American to swoop on and devour. How about do something different? How about switch over to Team America?
Joey Salad says, Charlie Kirk gets murdered. The left celebrates. Rob Reiner gets murdered. The right mourns a tragedy. There are hundreds and there are thousands of posts like this of right-wingers patting themselves on the back, jerking themselves off, trying to...
Now watch Adam Mockler proceed to pat himself on the back in this video. We'll call it out.
break their arm because they cannot stop masturbating over the fact that we have the moral high ground. We would never make fun of the other side. Well, guess what? In one swoop, Donald Trump just blew up their argument. And in one swoop, this video of Rob Reiner proves that they never had the moral high ground.
He's going to play this Piers Morgan video too.
Before we even dig into all of this, I just want to say a few things. I found the murder of Rob Reiner and his wife to be absolutely horrific. It's had me shaking for the past 12 hours. I'm telling my parents that I love them, and I plan on watching A Few Good Men and some other Rob Reiner.
Get the fuck out of here.
Rob Reiner, because I think that that's something.
Oh my God, this is so bad.
He condemns the virtue signaling.
Oh my God, this is so bad. I'm about to call my parents and tell them I love them. And I'm about to go watch A Few Good Men by Rob Reiner. Get the fuck out of here. He should be ashamed of himself for making that video. Oh man, I needed a genuine laugh, man, but like, oh my God. That shit was hilarious. I'm like, I'm about to go watch Rob Reiner.
On the right, and just seconds later, he engages in leftist virtue signaling. Shaken, the death, I don't care how brutal it is, the death of somebody that you don't even know had you shaken for the last 12 hours. Does anybody even believe that? What kind of performative art?
Now, look, had a motherfucker shaking for 12 hours. Now, look, when Tommy from the Power Rangers died, the White Ranger, the Green Ranger, when that motherfucker died, I didn't fucking flip out and shake for 12 hours. Don't get me wrong, I was hurt for a minute, but not no damn 12 hours. I was like, damn, this motherfucker was my childhood. And plus, what really made it hurt even worse was I didn't get over Kevin Conroy, aka the animated series Batman. Kevin Conroy, man, they put him in motherfucking games after that too, like animated movies. Kevin Conroy. I'm like, yo, man, I was upset about that, but not for no 12 fucking hours. Not me being shaken, not me calling people talking about, yo, man, I'm gonna call and tell you I love you and all this shit. Somebody that we don't even fucking know. You know? Shit wild. That shit wild. Where is Ja? Find me, Ja Rule. Oh my God, this shit fucked up. I want to know what to do about this. When somebody get Ja Rule on the phone, tell me how to make sense of all this. On that level. Where's Ja? Find me, Ja Rule.
Is this? Are these people so empty, insecure, and shallow that they have to convey to their massive audiences? And he has 1.7 million, almost 1.8, going on 2 million subscribers. He's so insecure that he wants his audience to know that, man, I am so moral and I am so upright inside that the death of Rob Reiner had me shaken for 12 hours. I called my parents and just let them know, hey, I love you. And if I'm ever in the kitchen and I'm slicing a tomato or anything, don't worry, I'll never use that knife against you. Don't you worry, because I'm so shaken right now. It's really like the smelling salts of reality to me. Is anybody buying this? Apparently, a lot of people are. He wouldn't have 131,000 views in 3 hours. Who are these people? Why is YouTube consistently top shelving these people? But wait, there's more.
Artists would like to be honored through their work, is my guess. I also want to say that I don't like how this has immediately turned into some political shit show where right away, right-wingers were kind of throwing shit at our side, trying to...
And he's turning this into a political shit show on his very video.
...in the moral high ground, and people on the left were still trying to figure out what happened. What's the investigation saying? I sent out some tweets that were mourning, and I thought this was very, very tragic. None of this is me trying to spin this into a political cycle.
As he spins it into a political cycle by dragging Trump into it, Jack Posobiec, Joey Salads, the left and the right.
It's very, very important that we provide moral clarity when the president of the United States makes a statement like this.
A guy who wants you to go to the voting booth to vote for a political, psychopathic, narcissistic, leftist puppet is going to provide the rest of us with moral clarity. So apparently he reads Donald Trump's statement and plays the Piers Morgan interview.
She forgave his assassin, and I think that is admirable.
I wholeheartedly agree with Rob Reiner. There is no place in America for, number one, political assassinations. He recalls seeing the video himself and being a little bit disturbed by the video. Anyone who saw Charlie Kirk getting shot was disturbed.
There is no place in America for political puppet politicians. owned by Zio International Bankers, corporate elitists, and the Wall Street bros.
Sometimes I see people online that are saying, I'm soft, or I'm a weak. Someone said I'm a weak pussy because I thought that Charlie Kirk dying was tragic. Yeah, nobody should get executed publicly, and Rob Reiner is right to say that.
Well, maybe somebody should. Maybe people who are traitors to the country, maybe people who violate an individual's right to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects. Maybe something severe should happen to those people. Maybe people who try to censor people off the internet and bankrupt them and debank them and economically terrorize and financially ruin them. Maybe something should happen to those people.
Right.
Now, when he says this with such compassion,
maybe something should happen to the motherfucking powers that shouldn't be killing us through the food, through the water, through the air, through the disease. Got the whole world on their knees. Pause. And bars.
And then right-wingers flip around.
Like he says it with such compassion. Rob Reiner is a freaking actor, guys. He's an actor. He could be totally whitewashing and probably is whitewashing his audience. He's supposed to come across as compassionate and humble and virtuous and noble. It's all a part of the stage show deception that he seems to be buying and others buy hook, line, and sinker.
Donald Trump and tried to make fun of him. That is disgusting. So then the reckoning on Twitter ensues. All of the right-wingers, the thousands of right-wingers who were tweeting and trying to dunk on the left, got their day. So Joey Salads, who said, Charlie Kirk gets murdered, the left celebrates. Rob Reiner gets murdered, the right mourns a tragedy. Yashar Ali says, yo, Joey, do you still think that after Donald Trump said this? Someone named Jack says, we do not operate that way. That's the difference. Nothing but thoughts and prayers from our side. Nope, not thoughts and prayers from Donald Trump. You got proved wrong. Gunther Eagleman says, liberals are desperately searching for a prominent conservative mocking Rob Reiner and his wife passing. I've seen nothing but statements like Andrew's. They can't cope with this simple fact. This may be the most devastating tweet for MAGA yet. And honestly, it's making me kind of sad that Rob Reiner and his wife died a day ago and we're already doing this political shit show. It's making me sad, but I need to have some clarity.
He engages in the same shit slinging.
Right.
In the situation. Gunther Eagleman says, liberals are desperately searching for a prominent conservative mocking Rob Reiner. I've seen nothing like that. I've seen nothing like it at all. Well, guess what? No need to search any further, Gunther Eagleman, because here's Donald Trump saying it himself. Here is the other big difference. When Republicans try to paint the left as the party of murder, they can only find faceless, nameless accounts online that have no followers whatsoever. Like, this was their proof that the left is...
Wait a second, come on. I mean, let's look at something really obvious. The party of murder, it's both parties. They're constantly engaged in war and funding war and changing regimes. What happened with Mossadegh in 1952, is that just a Republican thing? What happened to weapons of mass destruction and spending trillions in the Middle East? How about the unpatriotic Patriot Act? What about the Affordable Care Act that basically extorted and shook down a whole bunch of Americans for subpar coverage? Spending $1-2 billion on a website? Yeah, that's billion with a B. That's economic terrorism, that's violence, that's coercion, and that's both wings of the same bird of prey. It's the uniparty. They're both the party of violence and economic and military and physical terrorism.
Party of murder. It was a bunch of accounts saying, Trump next, do Trump next, Charlie Kirk is dead, yay. I mean, you shouldn't be saying this stuff, but these are random people. Alex OD9132, Wild Orangeberries, these are probably bots. These are probably bots online. You know who's not a bot? The President of the United States posting this type of stuff. Donald Trump is not a bot. What about these accounts? If you want to talk about right-wingers not celebrating whatsoever, I found in the replies hundreds of right-wingers celebrating. This right-winger posted an emoji clapping at Rob Reiner's death. Someone said karma. Someone said, the first recorded TDS death. They are making fun of Rob Reiner getting brutally murdered and trying to claim the moral high ground. This entire situation not only shook me to the core when it first happened. When I heard that they were murdered, it was terrible. But the asymmetry of expectations between sides, meaning the different standards between the way sides are supposed to operate, is so incredibly despicable. Donald Trump is making fun of their death. Yet you guys are going to say the left is the party of murder. I'm going to continue to hammer this home. Rest in peace to Rob Reiner and his wife, Michelle.
You cannot be engaged in left-right political theatrics and maintain any semblance of morality. These people are so far gone mentally and have such a vacuum in their heart that they view small acts of kindness by their oppressors as somehow profound. And they bond emotionally as this survival coping mechanism. And then they feel negatively or repulsed by people who want to reach out and rescue them with the truth. This is what's going on. This is our disturbing, disgusting, and deceptive illusion. If you like these videos, maybe you'll like some of my others.
Yep. Now we at the meat and potatoes. Now, I know we talked about what happened in Australia. Now, Jimmy Dore just caught up with me. Jimmy Dore just caught up. He just caught up. You know what I'm saying? But about to talk about what happened in Australia again and break down all the shit that I basically said when I was talking, but like they said in their way. You know, what was crazy is I said the same thing they said, but Barely get any motherfucking traction, but these motherfuckers say the same thing I'm saying, but get it home. But I fucks with Jimmy Dore. I fucks with Kurt Meltzer. I fucks with James Lee. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell it like it is. But I did it first. But anyway, about to head to the Jimmy Dore show and talk about what happened in Australia and talk about all the shit I said. The fucking shit is CIA, inside job, false flags, PSYOP war, all this shit. You already know what it is. But they got some extra shit. The only reason why I'm playing it is because they caught the actors and they got some shit. And they got some other shit. So let's get it. False flag.
So there was a false flag attack in Australia, and we're pretty sure it was engineered by the Mossad. And let's remember that they're calling it an act of pure evil. But let's remind people what an act of pure evil really is. This is an act of pure evil. That's what
false flags are evil.
What Israel's doing in Gaza is called a genocide, and that's pure evil. So they're doing what was done to them in World War II. They're now doing to someone else, so they could steal their land. And they're doing So the funny thing about this attack in Australia, so they say there was some Muslims who attacked Jewish people on a beach at the first day of Hanukkah. Is that what it is? And they're having a celebration, and they just started shooting them, right? So it has all the hallmarks of a false flag. By the way, it's like a block away from a police department, yet it took 20 minutes for the police to respond.
Jimmy, Australia gave up all their guns after the first mass shooting they had.
That's right.
They gave up all their guns. So how did some Muslims sneak guns in?
Right. And if a Muslim wanted to go shoot Jewish people, why would they go to Australia to do it? Why wouldn't they go to Israel to do it? It doesn't make
I thought they go to the sound of the guns.
It's right.
Remember? They go to the sound of the guns.
Here's the weird thing. Candace Owens, did you know this, Kurt? Candace Owens says this. She tweeted this out. She says they have been signaling that a 9/11 style attack is coming the second week of December. Save this tweet. It will age well. That was November 27th of this year. She said that the second week. Oh, well, lo and behold, here we are. And I like this, the Zionist cycle, fake a major attack. Okay, so we got it. So
that's anti-Semitism, Jimmy. I've been talking to some people, and they've said me right.
Just to let you know what happened before we show you the truth, the 2025 Bondi Beach in Australia, it occurred on December 14th at Archer Park near Bondi Beach in Sydney, Australia. The terrorist attack targeted a Hanukkah celebration, Hanukkah by the Sea, organized by Shabbat of Bondi. Shabbat Shalom. Attended by around 1,000 people on the first day of Hanukkah. Details of the attack: 2 gunmen opened fire from a footbridge overlooking the event using long-barreled firearms, including at least 1 bolt-action rifle, and firing around 50 shots. Authorities declared it a terrorist incident motivated by anti-Semitism. Just like that. No investigation, no nothing. We know what it is. Described by Prime Minister Anthony Albanese as an act of pure evil. Well, I already showed you what an act of pure evil is.
When you say Chabad, I already knew what it was because that's international spy ring posing as some sort of religious movement.
Yes. Oh, is that? Okay.
Yes. That's Menachem Schneerson, the one that the Gentiles have. He sounds like a Nazi, the way he talks about non-Jew. But anyway, they're very cagey about if they're Zionists or not because it's just about all Jews coming together. But at the end of the day, it's about supporting Israel. They're an international, just like ADL is a fake group. They're all fake groups.
Yeah. So here we go. There were 15 casualties, including a 10-year-old girl, an 87-year-old Holocaust survivor, and Rabbi Eli Schlanger, who was a London-born Shabbat emissary and event organizer. Other victims such as Reuven Morrison and Alex Klettman, and at least 1 Israeli citizen and 1 French citizen. Dozens were injured. So there you go. Who are the perpetrators? Well, they say the attacker was a father and son duo. Saeed Akram, 50-year-old father, a licensed gun owner who was shot and killed by police at the scene. Naveed Akram, a 24-year-old, critically injured and hospitalized and is under guard. He was previously known to security agencies. He was investigated in 2019 for potential extremist links, including connections to Islamic State figures. The pair reportedly pledged allegiance to the Islamic State, and the weapons were legally obtained. Legally.
That sounds like the authorities' fault, doesn't it?
Sounds like it.
He's been there and they've known about him.
Yeah.
And he got weapons legally.
So they're saying it's ISIS, although let's keep in mind, ISIS is working with Israel in Syria. Whenever an ISIS fighter would get hurt or injured or wounded in Syria, they would get treated in Israel. They would go to Israel. Israel would fix them up. So Israel and ISIS are working together. So if these guys are ISIS, this is Israel.
Wow. And they don't even want a Palestinian kid getting medical help in Florida, and they would help ISIS on the battlefield.
So the guy who stopped him was a Muslim. A brave bystander, Ahmed El Ahmed, a 43-year-old fruit shop owner, tackled and disarmed one of the gunmen, wrestling away his weapon in a moment captured on video. So Benjamin Netanyahu first said that was a Jew who did that. So as soon as they try to take over, so you know that they're trying to, this is all propaganda used for a purpose. And the purpose, so let's go right to James Lee. James Lee caught a bunch of stuff. Let's watch.
There's something about this whole thing that just doesn't make any sense.
So what's going on here? What's going on in Australia? Who are the paid actors? Who are they being paid by? And what's the ultimate objective here?
The Jerusalem Post is now pushing a narrative saying that Iran was maybe involved in the Bondi Beach shooting. They say that Israeli authorities are investigating whether state actors, chiefly Iran, were involved in the mass shooting attack against Sydney's Jewish community at Bondi Beach on Sunday.
So you know they want a war with Iran, and this is the way to get their war with Iran. Israel wants a war with Iran. They got Trump to bomb them once already. Within his first couple of months of presidency, Israel was able to get Trump to bomb Iran. So they want to bomb Iran and overthrow. So Israel has been on for a 30-year, at least if not more, trying to destabilize the total Middle East. They got Libya overthrown. They got Iraq overthrown. They got Syria overthrown. They're bombing the hell out of Lebanon, and now Yemen, the same thing. And now the final peg is Syria. So I mean, is Iran. So they want this war with Iran, and this is it. And Candace Owens somehow knew this was coming. A lot of other people did too. And here it comes. And so now they're trying to blame it on Iran so they can have a war with Iran. I'm not falling for it, and don't you either.
Senior U.S. official told Fox News that if the Islamic Republic ordered the attack, then the U.S. would fully recognize Israel's right to strike Iran in response.
So this is immediately this is greenlighting an attack on Iran. They've already greenlit an attack on Iran. You got to be so stupid not to see this.
Question, Jimmy. How would Israel possibly be able to do that when they've been losing a war in Gaza to civilians they're murdering? That means we got to do it, don't it?
So that would drag us into that's what that's about.
They can't do it. Right. Oh, by the way, neither can we. We couldn't win a war with anyone, and we have it in 80 years.
That's right.
People call me crazy for thinking events like this might be potentially false flags, right? They say, how can everything be a false flag? But if the first response from Israel and the United States is to say, let's bomb Iran, I think it would be somewhat journalistic malpractice not to investigate that possibility. This is from the Times of Israel, 19th of August, 2025. Quote, in a scathing letter, Netanyahu gives Australian Prime Minister until Rosh Hashanah to act against anti-Semitism.
Or what? So he sent him a letter saying you have until Rosh Hashanah to act against anti-Semitism in Australia. By the way, Candace Owens banned in Australia. Did you know that? Because she said she doesn't like a genocide. And so they immediately, the Zionist Organization of Australia, got her banned. So this is
Israel did to Charlie Kirk for that.
So the control that Zionists have is not just in the United States. It's in Australia. It's in the UK. It's in Europe. Look what they did to Jeremy Corbyn. So this is, they have a long tentacles of Israel. Israel, a country of 9 million people. It's unbelievable. They're getting Trump to overthrow Venezuela right now. It's unbelievable. They got Iraq done. They got Libya done. They got Syria done. They want Iran done. It's unbelievable. So here we go. So they threatened Australia. You better do something by Rosh Hashanah or what? Or we're going to kill a bunch of people in your country, which is what they just did.
Or else what?
I wrote, your call for a Palestinian state pours fuel on the anti-Semitic fire.
So that's what this is about, Kurt. Australia called for the recognition of a Palestinian state. So he's like, we're gonna get you screwed. We're gonna screw you. We're gonna get you all we're gonna paint you guys as anti-Semites in Australia. And this is what. So when you recognize a Palestinian state, people they slaughtered Jews in Australia. Why would they slaughter Jews in Australia?
Well,
that doesn't make it. Why would Muslims want to kill Jews in Australia if Australia was siding with the Muslims? That doesn't make any sense.
Oh, because they were encouraged by siding with Muslims, because they're so crazy, Jimmy. They're not like you and me and Barry Weiss, good people.
Yeah.
Once Australia recognized Palestine, naturally that's going to lead to crazy Muslims
killing Jews,
brazenly shooting Jews, which no one else in Australia can get a gun that easily. Right. I don't understand how they got guns.
Is this what it's all about? Do they actually care about anti-Semitism? Or is this just about the fact that earlier this year, the government of Australia recognized Palestine as an independent state? I posted this earlier today. Naveed Akram, one of the alleged shooters in the Bondi Beach attack, was searched in Israel on December
9th. You can see right here the massive spike today once the news broke of the horrific shooting. But if you rewind a couple of days or a few days, December 9th at 4 a.m., there were some pretty significant spikes or surge traffic for one Naveed Akram. On that note, where is the police? There is a police station, the Bondi police station, situated literally 1 block away from the shooting. 1 block away. 50 minutes.
Yeah, 1 block of fucking away. And this how you know this shit crazy. And plus, like the other incident over here, it was a fucking active shooter going on in the school, and the cops and everybody outside just on chill mode. Like, should we engage? Should we engage? Yeah, motherfucker, engage. Don't you hear the gunshots? Kids is getting shot. Go in there and apprehend the fucker. But no, we need to let the shit go so it can fit in with the gematria. These niggas evil.
Change the magazine and just shoot. With this, so they were shooting for 20 minutes. They changed the magazine, started shooting again. The cop for 20 minutes. The cops are 1 block away. Nothing happened.
1 block away. A smart motherfucker wouldn't do nothing in front of the police station unless you want them to come out and you have that epic shootout battle. You know, but a motherfucker doing this shit just like I'm talking about like an active shooting in broad motherfucking daylight or nighttime or whatever. Just like doing it from the police station a block away. Like, come on. Cops can hear the gunshots from a block away. You can hear gunshots from 3 blocks away with a handgun. So y'all telling me y'all couldn't? Okay. Just like the incident where the guy bust out all the windows and slashed all the cop cars in front of the police station at 11:30 at night. No one came out to see that. No one come out to see that, huh? That shit ridiculous. Salute Archangel. What's good? Yep, I did the Carl Young video earlier. You gotta catch the Carl Young video I did earlier. I'm gonna do some more Carl Young later. But yeah, I mean, pause.
Really, the Pam Bondi police station?
Right? Is this the Pam Bondi police station?
Not be like the worst place to do an attack like this. Could there have been a potential stand down order? I don't know. But something that we do know is that the Mossad is now evidently getting involved. Allegedly, Mossad sent warnings to Australia about anti-Semitic terror attack risks. Like, why is the Mossad getting involved in this? You know, it's kind of like right after Charlie Kirk was assassinated and Netanyahu came out and said, no, this definitely wasn't us. And then the ex-head of Mossad came out, oh no, we don't assassinate anybody. It's like, well, who the hell was asking you guys? Why are you getting involved in the action? Nobody said anything about you guys until you did.
So great work again by James Lee, 5149. Everybody check out his work.
That does good work.
Max Blumenthal reported on paid actors committing acts of anti-Semitism in Australia back in February. We're going to show you his report right after this word from our sponsor will be. Of course, again, there's so many things that don't make sense around these false flags. So here's Max Blumenthal. He said Israel is attempting to blame Iran for a mass shooting apparently carried out by a couple of Salafists that are allied with ISIS. ISIS allied with Israel.
Yo,
just keep that in mind. That's and ISIS is an enemy of Iran, which has never confronted Israel. So, but there's a much deeper story here, and here's the story. So this is last February. Max Blumenthal explained how Australia was hit with the suspicious wave of anti-Jewish incidents carried out by paid actors, and how Israel. So let's listen to it.
It's like when we say the world is a stage, we don't be fucking playing. Not everybody is trying to wake up every day like, let's go fuck up a Jewish party. Anybody waking up to think that shit? Motherfuckers trying to live their lives. But evil motherfuckers that create false flags and motherfucking proxy wars, motherfuckers that want to try to get some laws and bills and amendments pushed and shit. Yeah, we need to motherfucking terrorize our own people. I cover some shit on HHN special reports all the time about our government willing to put their own military people lives on the line to push an agenda. They had a boat out there in the middle of nowhere getting lit the fuck up. They was like, damn, the motherfucker survived? Yeah, you didn't know how strong your fucking boat that you made was. Motherfucker put them out there to die. And then our country just invade a whole bunch of other countries that can't defend themselves, take everybody resources. Our government ain't shit.
Last February, Max Blumenthal nailed it back then.
We talked earlier about the Israeli concoction of anti-Semitism. How anti-Semitism often is either faked or exploited in order to advance Israeli objectives and to justify Israel's existence as a supposed sanctuary for the Jewish people. There's a fascinating investigation taking place in Australia, and I think it will soon turn into some kind of cover-up. I tweeted about this a few days ago. Australian police are investigating whether, quote, overseas actors or individuals are paying local criminals to carry out anti-Semitic crimes in the country. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese says anti-Semitic attacks are being, this is his words, perpetrated by people who don't have a particular issue, aren't motivated by an ideology, but are paid actors. He added, quote, it's unclear who or where the payments are coming from. The shadow Home Office minister from the opposition party wonders if, quote, a foreign government is engaging in state-sponsored terror. Here's the BBC. Anti-Semitic crimes may be funded overseas, say Australian police. It's been reported, back page, but reported in British media and Australian media. And in Australia, the fingers were initially pointed at Iran and Russia, of course. And then once there was no evidence that Iran or Russia were behind this, they stopped pointing fingers. Because who would do something like this? Which country would, I don't know, fake anti-Semitism? Well, it reminded me of something that happened at the dawn of the first Trump administration. There were thousands of phone calls and bomb threats to Jewish American institutions like community centers, synagogues. And it turned out, after this whole freak out where the Senate was putting pressure on Trump to condemn this and claiming that because of Trump, there's a rise in anti-Semitism and Jews are in peril because of Trump. You know, this is the New York Times. Threats and vandalism leave American Jews on edge in the Trump era. It turned out that it was an Israeli teen who is a U.S. dual citizen in Israel who was making those bomb threats. Very strange. Bomb threats. Very strange. And Israel tried to actually suppress the identity of that teen. An Israeli-American teenager was found guilty in Israel on Thursday, making about 2,000 hoax bomb threats against Jewish and other institutions in the U.S. during Donald Trump's rise to the U.S. presidency. The incident stoked allegations by some American critics at the time that the Republican contender was encouraging anti-Semitism and other forms of racism. So yeah, it definitely served that purpose. It was just a generalized anti-Semitic freak out over anti-Semitism. Turned out an Israeli was responsible for much of it. Also turns out that Israeli teen, whose name was Michael Kadar, was also using robocalls to target Australian institutions. 590 plus bomb threats in Australia. Schools, Jewish centers, hospitals, and airlines. See, this is a great section from the Guardian report on Michael Kadar. The teen, identified in U.S. court documents as Michael Kadar, despite a suppression order against revealing his identity in Israel. Why wouldn't we want to know his identity? Was arrested last month by Israeli police. And he was arrested after he wasn't found out by the Israeli police. It was due to an investigation by the Five Eyes, and I think primarily Australia. A spokeswoman for Victoria Police said Israeli police who made the arrest acknowledged that they could not have done it without us. So it was the Victoria Police e-crime squad, not Israel, that caught this teen. So what's going on here? What's going on in Australia? Who are the paid actors? Who are they being paid by? And why would this, what's the ultimate objective here? And could this be limited to Australia? Or has this been taking place in other Western countries since October 7th?
My guess is that the paid actors are being paid by Israel to concoct anti-Semitism because anti-Semitism is the fuel of Zionism and the state of Israel. Without anti-Semitism, it doesn't exist.
Exactly.
So it has to go concocted. So it's paying people to go commit these acts of anti-Semitism so they can point to these acts of anti-Semitism so they could shut down debate online, and so they can control the narrative so people only get the pro-Zionist point of view, just like they've done to TikTok and now a sixth of the entire media in the United States. They've done that here. So that's what this is about, and he's onto it. Good.
It's familiar, doesn't it? Does it sound familiar? Because I remember, and all these conservatives that are going to buy this bullshit, remember when BLM people were faking hate crimes right and left?
Right
fake
and left.
nooses, fake horseshit everywhere.
Jesse Smollett.
You think Israel wouldn't come up with that plan if these idiots came up with that plan?
Is it anti-Semitic to point a finger at the one settler colonial state that benefits from anti-Semitism, that justifies its existence on the proliferation of global anti-Semitism, and which has historically exploited the plight of Jews around the world for its own benefit? I don't know. We'll keep following that investigation. I think it's always important to highlight stories that are on the public record but aren't getting adequate attention, especially as we enter a Trump era where the Republican Congress and Trump administration are going to milk the anti-Semitism, freak out to actually criminalize Palestine solidarity activism in a way we have never seen before.
Iran was recently accused of targeting a deli in Bondi. No kidding. The Hasbro. There it is. Iran targets Bondi Deli. No kidding.
Is it because there's Epstein files on their desk?
So is that right? Is that what it is? So Israel blamed Iran for a recent firebombing in Melbourne synagogue. By the time the Australian police said that Iran had nothing to do with it, it was too late. Our own prime minister was blaming Iran too. So now here's a guy who was at the Bondi Beach shooting. This guy's name is Arsen Ostrovsky. And it's just because
this is why I really had to do this Jimmy Dore shit, because the motherfucker claimed that he was at both spots. How fucking convenient, right? So like when y'all watch, I'm like, what the fuck? And yet they say you can't say crisis actors.
Guess he hasn't gotten around to changing his name yet, so he sounds more Semitic.
Or wiping his face down before he went on camera, right?
So he says, I lived through October 7th. Never imagined I'd see this horror in Australia. Well, why? So you happen to be at October 7th and at this place too at the same time? That's what a coinky dink.
And no one washed your face when they put a bandage on your head from being grazed? That's weird.
A bullet grazed his head, Kurt. Doctor said, miracle, he survived. Another miracle!
Oh, well, leave the blood on your face for 5 days and don't wash it.
Tonight is the first of Hanukkah, the forces of darkness. So that's him. And he's a big influencer in Israel. He's an Israeli influencer, top 50.
And then going back to when I did the HHN special report talking about what Netanyahu want to do, he needs some influencers. He needs some motherfucking people on the internet to speak good on his behalf or on Israel's behalf, even though they're committing mass fucking genocide. Crazy work.
He was chosen as the top 50 Israeli influencers.
Whoa, the
but guess what?
Is off the charts, Jimmy.
Margaret Kimberly tweets out, so one of the biggest propagandists on behalf of Israel just happened to be in Australia when a suspiciously timed mass shooting takes place that was predicted by Candace Owens. By the way, no need to hide the image. It's just a guy with a bandage, and for some reason, nobody wipes the blood off his face.
Notice that too, did you, Margaret?
So guess what? He survived October 7th and the Bondi Beach with the same injuries.
That's never going to heal.
The same injuries.
Oh, what are the odds, Jimmy?
So there he is.
And if that don't let you know that the shit is all fucking staged, then the motherfucker just stupid. You just gonna have to call it the motherfucker out for what it is. Like, motherfucker just stupid and motherfucker retarded. Like, fuck it. Fuck it. It's in your face. You know?
October 7th, here he is on Bondi Beach. And guess what? Here he is. Oh, getting makeup put on.
Well, I
and guess what? I put that through Grok. Grok says that looks legit. That doesn't look AI generated. So I can't say for certain it's not AI generated, but Grok says it's likely authentic.
Also, because the words he said were stupid lies, and he was at both places, so you could just tell from that without even having to ask Grok.
That's right. And why wouldn't he wipe the blood off his face? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense unless it was being painted on.
Is that why Ben Shapiro posted like a roast veal and said it was kids?
Yeah, remember that? I like this. I like this. This is great. PSYOP 2025, Islamic terror. Oh, look. And let's
It's hard for people to understand. Think about how Vietnam, the U.S. faked that to go to Vietnam.
Yes.
And now keep in mind that Israel does that. So, is it hard?
So here's an ex-Mossad agent on 60 Minutes before it was taken over by Barry Weiss and the Ellison Zionist family. They were interviewing a guy from Mossad. This is probably why they bought CBS, because they can't have this stuff getting out there. So this is a guy who was Mossad explaining to you how Mossad runs the whole world. Watch this.
How did you convince Hezbollah to buy this?
Well, obviously,
didn't know that they were buying.
So they're talking about the pagers when Hezbollah bought pagers, and Israel and the Mossad had rigged them to blow up, and they blew off. They killed kids, they blew off the hands and fingers of babies, stuff like that. So he's asking about that. She's asking about that.
It's from Israel.
Who did they buy it from? Or I think they were buying it from?
We have an incredible array of possibilities of creating foreign companies that have no way being traced back to Israel. Shell companies over shell companies who affect the supply chain to our favor. We create a pretend world. We are a global production company. We write the screenplay. We're the directors. We're the producers. We're the main actors. The world is our stage.
Ta-da!
He's bragging, by the way.
Yep. He's bragging, by the way.
This.
Right. They're bragging about it.
You're supposed to be like Michael Rappaport, that genius, going, ha, 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 ha,
yes.
and not disturbed by what this guy just said that should disturb the shit out of you.
So we create the theater, and you believe it to be real, and it's all created by us.
Yep.
Well, can't blame him for not respecting us, can I?
So there you go. And here's just one more. In September, Wyatt Reed reported that Israel established the narrative that Iran was behind attacks on Jewish institutions in Australia. The still unproven claim prompted Canberra to sever ties with Iran, but clearly did little to promote security. So this is the game that they're playing. They want war with Iran, and this is just another way to get it. And if you believe otherwise, there's lots of other shows for you to watch out there, I guess. I guess you could go watch somebody's show on the Daily Wire. You could go watch
the guy from that band with the old time, go watch.
Yeah,
Mumford
that's right.
Jr.
Go watch the Mumford guy. There's lots of shows you can watch. There's Ben Shapiro's show.
He got kicked out of the band because they were just pure Satanists and he was Zionist Satanist, so they couldn't stay together.
All right, and if you'd like to hear my jokes about this, come see.
All right, now we're gonna play. We're gonna play a couple tracks and we're gonna get up out of here. Shouts out to Jordan. Shouts out to everybody in the chat. What up, though? No. Shout out to Jordan. Much love, Vaughn, to the UK correspondent. How you doing? Much love, Crystal, my California sexy independent researcher. Shouts out to Abraham. Shouts out. Who else was here? I think it was just your Live and Learn. What up, though? Shout out to Casino, aka that's Milestone. And shout out to everybody that's gonna watch this on the playback. Let's play some music.
Where we going now? 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 Where we going now?
Going up to the White House, start a revolution. Formulate the intrusion, and then we get the shooting. Then we looting everything up in the fucking building. Do it with the fofos, leaving your heads missing. Feds bitching, cause they know I made it out alive. Prophesied, I'm sending souls to the other side. Sitting high, smoking weed, sipping, feeling fine. Got another mission to do, go hop in the ride. Time to ride to a black site and eliminate. Got the phone time, reppin', make you disintegrate. Integrate through the mainframe, we got the states. Feeling great, yes we made it out without a trace. Gotta say, it is time for us to cooperate. Stop the hate, come together, shoot a cop today. Gotta slay every enemy standing in my way. Slow motion, expose the bitch as I walk away.
Where we going now? 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 Where we going now?
Fuck the separatists, we can settle this, no disparaging. Fuck your arrogance, I'm the new domestic terrorist. Got a gun, I'm my arrow, this in your parents, bitch. All you evil bloodlines is an embarrassment. From the Caribbean, I'm dressing like a Samaritan. Sniffing through the crowd, Assassin's Creed, are you prepared for this? Look at kid and play, started quick, then I walk away. Then I came to the rooftop and smoke a J. Got a bigger blade, came here to decapitate. If you working for the
They all
government,
gotta go. I feel you, though. Hell
all you
yeah.
niggas fake, all you do is fucking hate. Trump your ass at my dimension you will not escape. Time to case to a mission and go and case the place. Break your face and drive away on the interstate. It's a getaway, never gonna put the book away. On my way to a place I hack your shit today. We are in control. It's time to lock and roll. Let the mission control. Tell me where do we go? Where do we go? Lock and low. Let the bullets go. Hey, hey. Where do we go? Where we are going. Where we are going. Where we are going. Where we are going. Where we are going.
Damn, son.
We are going. Where are they? Tell me. Won't you stand up for something? Yeah, it's just for you. Yeah, it's just for
Idiocracy became real life. Truman Show is my real life. I'm Neil, that red pill, it ruined my life. They live, they praying for our demise. Even an angel not above falling. Conspiracy theorists, I think that's my calling. Reporting live from the Civil War, I'm recording. With my eyes wide shut, Illuminati wanna see us all in a coffin. Deep of vendetta and vigilantes, yeah, we all revolting.
I think I'm entitled. You want answers. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Dodge your monsters in Dark City. Niggas just be real but try to fuck with me like Resident Evil with experiments. Gotta pull the guns out and kill the quick. The demolition man ain't scared of shit. Seven fingers with the case, you prepare for this. I robot, can you see the microchips? Play the nigga forehead over your wrist. They ain't got the nigga live, they be watching shit. Put a secret spy where your device and shit. People saying they a doctor with no licenses. Got an M&AK for precise hits. Like watchdog, taking your device to whip. Make you crash to a motherfucking building, bitch. Pop the clip in the blink, they click out. Overkill a nigga, they hit it with more rounds. Hurricane spit in the flames is profound. Why these people tripping on gender and pronouns? What about the homeless and government shutdowns? For the government, we shooting them all down. Just like the Matrix, bitch, amazing flips. Shoot you in the face, your bitch, the case dismissed. Send it to the grave, the bitch, they can't convict. I'm the motherfucker from the ancient myths, the cave the whip. Ready to support the from the start in the Hunger Games. Yeah, you bitches will run for. Set the record straight, these niggas ain't on par. White House down, we killing them all, dog.
Idiocracy became real life. Truman Show is my real life. I'm Neil, that red pill, it ruined my life. They live, they praying for our demise. Even an angel not above falling. Conspiracy theorists, I think that's my calling. Reporting live from the Civil War, I'm recording. With my eyes wide shut, Illuminati wanna see us all in a coffin. Deep in vendetta and vigilantes, yeah, we all revolting.
Son, we live in a world that has walls, and those walls have to be guarded by men with guns. Who's gonna do it? You? You, Lieutenant Weinberg? I have a greater responsibility than you can possibly fathom.
Including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. when the purge concludes. Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn. May God be with you all.
Female Rogue One Productions.
He the guy guy killer, I'm the ex-pot dealer. Hurricane, King Kong, low-key Godzilla. Ain't no two niggas realer. Straight bars, no filler. One with COVID, I can't get much iller. These rappers is trash, litter, they not popping shit like a bag. Trigger, bag getter. I'll put a Birkin on body. I pop the trunk on Trump. I'm really unreal nigga timing. You think I'm wild, it belong to the silent. Made in America, so I love violence. When I go hunting, you better get hiding. I got a gun that's so big I can't hide it. Black John Wick, I don't need a switch. Me and my dog, I don't need a bitch. I don't obey the laws. Fuck who create the laws. Run up in the Oval Office, swarming. Black garments, I'm not waiting for the purge. I wanna start it. Don't get in my way, a dilly departed. Conspiracy harlot, I dick the down, then departed. You tell the truth, you a target. Next come the gaslight in the stalking. I'll put my enemies in a coffin. Guarding my energy like a fortress. I'm holding a grudge. I'm really a Taurus. American dreams, it's really a forest. No tie, no suit, fuck corporate. We smoke until we forfeit. We high, we out this orbit. I'm ready to crash out, no foreign. Just put the White House on my cordons. Bullets flying out of Fort Taurus, and we spin it back around like a chorus. He the guy killer, I'm the ex-pot dealer. Hurricane, King Kong, low-key Godzilla. Ain't no two niggas realer. 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 Ain't no two niggas.
Ride out, fly out, till the government about to die now. Revolutionary by the pound out. Motherfuckers better run to your hideout. Ride out, fly out, till the government about to die now. Revolutionary by the pound out. That's why they running to their hideout. Power nigga came back to the Bible niggas. I'm the motherfucking God killer. Kill the devil when the God nigga. Till the government officials they here, get the motherfucking chop nigga. Pop, pop nigga. Drop a cop on the block, hop in the drop top, then a pop nigga. Can't stop nigga. Till the government came rain to the spine to this motherfucking rock nigga. I'm back, got mine intact. Those shots of the Cadillac, blowing up a neck track. These days ain't ready for that. I don't think people ready for this. So wanna call me a terrorist bitch? You gonna pay for your arrogance? Ain't even no evidence. Some of this in the great this government. Let go, ride out, fly out. Till the government about to die now. Revolutionary by the wild out. Motherfuckers better run to the hideout. Ride out, fly out. Till the government about to die now. Revolutionary by the wild out. That's why they running to their hideout. Exterminate, I came in to seal your fate. Never motherfucking fed today. Prepare to spray my artillery. You can't get spray your face. You gonna face your fate today. I hate to say it, bad to praise. Spoiler alert, you don't even exist today. So bitch decay, this the way. Revolution motherfucker gonna kill the government today. This the play. Blow with the White House. Blow with the Pentagon. Hurricane be the name, I'm Pentagon. Y'all niggas is lame, scared to get a job. So grab your gun, we finna ride. Every government official with a pistol, so we gotta ride out with the mission. The game blowed up, get the show up, give it no fucks, kill the elites. I'm gonna get them ride out, fly out. Tell the government they about to die now. Revolution, everybody ride out. Motherfuckers better run to your hideout. Ride out, fly out. Tell the government they about to die now. Revolution, everybody ride out. That's why they running to their hideout. Edit the line, gotta go across enemy lines. I feel the divine, can't hit everybody's spine and unalive. Everyone the lie to the people, so we gotta ride. Better decide right now, or you're gonna be dying. So the government they want us divided. We gotta put together and defeat the tyrants. These motherfuckers gonna be silent, bitch, and violent. Fuck somebody, gonna do the motherfucker like they did the line. I blood flow like a fire hydrant. Anime got a vibe about this. It's my life if I decide and I have got it out of resistance. Take the pen is my only mission. Revolutionary, let's straight position. Time to rearrange this whole dimension. Ride out, fly out. Tell the government they about to die now. Revolutionary about to ride out. Motherfuckers better run to the hideout. Ride out, fly out. Tell the government they about to die now. Revolutionary about to ride out. Motherfuckers better run to your hideout. Ride out, fly out. Tell the government they about to die now. Revolutionary about to ride out. Motherfuckers better run to your hideout. Ride out, fly out. Tell the government they about to die now. Revolutionary about to ride out. That's why they run to their hideout.
Shouts out to Jordan for the beat. Thanks for coming to the HHN special report. Let's go.
Walking through the sea so cool. All black, stay strapped, get clapped if you fuck with the crew. Maybe you be a butt in my shoe. Turn blue, niggas get stumped out in my timber boots. Bulletproof all over the suit. Got it ordered. Custom made Cartiers and the fedora. Met me a fine ass chick at the Sephora. Hit it from the back, then smoked up on the quarter. Took it to the crib, the legs was on my shoulder. Briefcase style, well, yeah, I had to fold her. She said my meat good is better than Ponderosa. So I got to pound the pussy over and over. Now I'm out the door, the baby, the show is over. Headed to the block, you know I'm selling that boulder. Haters talk shit, them knock your head off a shoulder. Territory mine, hey gang, I'm taking over. I'ma show you how to do this, son. Hurricane be the name and there's only one. I'ma show you how to do this, son. Hurricane be the name and there's only one. Look, I'ma show you how to do this, son. Hurricane be the name and there's only one. I'ma show you how to do this, son. Hurricane be the name and there's only one. Blast with killers, we fast with triggers. Blast we full up with Hennessy and blast some niggas. If a fair run up, gotta blast them too. Real niggas gon' do what they have to do. Time to roll up a blunt, then I crack a brew. Got a call from a chick, she was passing through. Had to take her ass up in the afternoon. Got a call from a plug, now I have to zoom. For the motherfucking fans tryna track my moves. Y'all bitches can't fight, can't combat my moves. I'm the Black John Wick that I pack your crew. I think you gonna need some fucking backup, dude. AK and take your motherfucking backup, dude. And your wife will think I'm a stand-up dude. I see you hit a strap, bitch, I'm strapped up too. Shoot your ass in the head if you act up, fool. I'ma show you how to do this, son. Hurricane be the name and there's only one. I'ma show you how to do this, son. Hurricane be the name and there's only one. I'ma show you how to do this, son. Hurricane be the name and there's only one. I'ma show you how to do this, son. Hurricane be the name and there's only one. Let's go. This the real hip hop. What it do? Vibe with the nine. Real hip hop. I see you hit the strap, bitch. I'm strapped up too. And in the head, if you act up, fool. Hey, we on the last song. Shouts out to everybody. Much love, Vonta, UK correspondent. Much love to Crystal, California sexy researcher. Shouts out to Jordan for the last beat. You know what I'm saying? Great track. And shouts out to everybody in the chat. Shouts out to No Live and Learn. Shouts out to Casino. Shout out to Archangel, Eyes Wide Shut. Shout out to everybody that's going to watch this on the playback. You know what I'm saying? About to end it. You already know. Last track.
Rogue One Production.
We might come back later and do some Carl Young and all the pans. We'll see.
Let the flood return. Y'all people gonna learn. Everybody gonna learn now that I will flood the world right now. I destroy your government right now. Kill a motherfucker, throw a bit of river, I'ma do a bigger quicker than anybody double pull the trigger, eliminating governments and public. You motherfuckers about to catch a motherfucker, start a cake, got the roll rumbling. Everybody running again, killing the motherfucker coppers for the fun again, shooting the motherfucker building, they gonna be running there, blowing it up. I'm got the motherfucker fun again, I'm the only motherfucker that wanna fight the government. Motherfuckers, people wanna like the government. I got the motherfucker fight the government. In the White House, it's a place I'm running in. John Wick, everybody up in the bitch. Equalize a motherfucker, I be trying to quit. Hitting other bitches looking like Joyce to win. Love and death is a choice to take. Got a motherfucking sword again. Chopping everybody else to record shit. Be the top with the porcelain. Turn the bass to a chorus again. Star Wars with the force thing. Like a motherfucking speed. The realest, another rebel. You about to feel it. Tell the stupid fans, come and get it. It's revolutionary. Never should hear it. Your favorite, the furious spirit. You kill it all. Listen to me, bitch. I'm a chopper. It's a popper with a chopper. It's a proper. Better go doctor. Like I'm a social nigga, better get to the chopper. Throw the bitch up, cause bitch, I'm a monster. Hurricane coming, better pray to the father. I kill that motherfucker living state in Nevada. God kill a nigga, understood your motto. Ain't nobody really called the monster. Return, y'all people gon' learn. Everybody gon' learn now that I will flood this world right now. I'll destroy your government right now. Let the flood return, y'all people gon' learn. Everybody gon' learn now that I will flood this world right now. I'll destroy your government right now. So let the flood return. You already know what it is. Shouts out to everybody. I'll catch y'all in a minute. Might do some Carl Young later. If not,
I don't know. You know, it might be some Carl Young, or he might just game for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I might get back to the gaming real quick. You know what I'm saying? I feel like shooting somebody in the face. And why not play Far Cry real quick? You know what I'm saying? Play some Far Cry. Or I'll probably get back to my Mad Max. I still got a motherfucking complete that Mad Max shit. But you know, we'll see how the game go. But after this, about to eat some rice and some motherfucking beef stew and shit. About to mix all that shit up. Already got my rice done. I just got to make this beef stew real quick to pour it over my rice. So I had me a big ass bowl of this goodness. But shouts out to everybody. I hope y'all have a great night, great afternoon, great day. Sending positive energy and vibes. You know, shouts out to everybody. Just giving y'all the news. And y'all know how we do. HHN special report. Let's get it. Mic check. I walk around the streets with my black tech down on the waistline. Look at the hype shit. I never claim to be the best type of rapper, but I have to show the motherfuckers what I'm after. I'm after the gold, and after that, the platinum. Beef after that, Hurricane G packs the gats up. Bow. Trigger bang bang. And shouts out to Relentless. Like once he get the message and see the invite, he gonna hop on the track and we gonna have another hit. But real shit, I ain't even think about this until now. What if he don't like the beat or the track? I didn't think about that. But since we all hip hop heads, he gotta like the track. But usually I need to start thinking about shit before I start sending shit out. But sure, but like at the end of the day, I feel that like a fellow hip hop head will understand the beat, know where we going, and motherfucker rip that shit. You know, you know, it's very often that somebody tell me, "Yo, dog, I don't think I can rap on that beat." You know what I'm saying? It's very rare that I tell somebody, "Yo, man, I don't think I can rap on that beat." It's very rare that it happens, but it happens once every blue moon, once maybe twice. So it's like, yo, but we got a track coming with Relentless from Detroit to Texas. You already know what it is. It's gonna be cold. So shout out to everybody. Hope y'all have a cool night, cool day. I'll be back in a minute. And anybody getting their rest, you know what I'm saying? You know, I hope you have some good rest. If y'all out there traveling, make sure y'all have safe travels to your destination and safely back home. You know, make sure y'all protect yourselves, protect your family, you know, protect your energy. And shouts out, you know what I'm saying? Keep your head up, keep that bread up, stay true to yourself. And I know some of us might be going through some shit right now, but shit, keep your head up. And if you need me, I'm a listening ear. I'm here. So it's your man's Hurricane. I'm out. Peace. Shouts out to Vonta. Much love. You know, 100. About to make some fried rice. That's what's up. I'm gonna do some rice and beef stew. My rice already done. I just got to make this instant beef stew, pour it over the rice, and I'm Gucci. And I'm gonna sit here and watch something. We'll probably pre-record something, or then get ready to go back live again. Let's do it. You know, I'm starting to get my little motivation back. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, I got some good news. The good news is, you know, my grandma hooked me up. Didn't see it coming though. I didn't even see it coming. And because at the end of the day, I could put that either towards some food, but I think I already got that covered because I'm going to a spot tomorrow to grab some food. But I can use this towards my homeboy's wedding, so I can grab my outfit. I can grab the green and shit. So, so it's a good thing. So I can make it to my homeboy's wedding, y'all. So y'all can be able to see the goodness. They pushed the clock up. It was supposed to be next year, but they pushed it up to the end of this year. And it's going to be, I think, on Christmas Eve or on Christmas. It's going to be like a special day. Caught me off guard. Caught me off guard like a motherfucker. But I can finally make it to that wedding, so I can be able to show y'all some pictures on the live or whatever. and we have a good time. So, that's two things that occurred. So at least I consider it, because like I really felt bad when I called him. I was like, yo, man, bro, like I don't think I'm gonna make it. Dog, and it's your special day, dog, and and dog, and it'll hurt. It'll really hurt if I don't be there. You know what I'm saying? Shit, man, we grew up together, man. So it's like, shit, dog, I gotta be there. But yeah, grandma hooked me up. I could be able to probably try to make this wedding, and my birthday is next month, so I gotta really have something stable. I need something really, truly solid and stable. So, like I'm saying about this other gig, because I can't keep waiting on to get a client for this home care shit. I can't wait for no client. I gotta go out there and make some bread. So, I'm about to say about this gig. Hopefully, I get it. Fuck a hopefully. I know I'm about to get it. Hopefully. See, saying hopefully again. But, I'm just saying it because like the way the economy is in Michigan and the way the jobs be on some gatekeeping shit and the way they hire people that really don't want to work than people that do. You know what I'm saying? It's like the assholes can get all the jobs, but the ones with heads on their shoulders don't, I be kind of heated about that shit. Or like maybe it's just like, goddamn, why it's so easy for a no good motherfucker to get every fucking thing, and a nigga that's really trying to make it through life, doing it the right way, trying to be legit, trying to be true to himself, try to stay balanced. It's just like a whole bunch of hardship. It's like, what the fuck? And it's just like that spirit say, yeah, because you got to be an asshole. You got to be evil. Like, no, fuck that. Like, no, fuck that. Like, if so happens, I just got to save my money and start my own motherfucking shit. That's what I got to fucking do. Get my bread, start my own shit, and get the fuck away from every fucking body. But it is what it is. Till then, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my grandma for hooking me up. And I can finally make this wedding. So shouts out to my homeboy for getting married. RIP to my homeboy for for loss. RIP to my uncle because his birthday coming up. Like a day after Christmas. So like balancing loss and grief and happiness and joy at the same time. It's just a lot of emotions. So like to really get through it, I just, music, art, literature, this podcasting, shouts out to y'all, and this gaming, meditation and chilling with nature. But I ain't chilling in nature today. It's cold as fuck. But anyway, shout out to everybody. I'd like to thank y'all for, enjoying my content, no matter if it's the music, professional, parody, HHN special report, HHN special stories, fuck the government podcast, fuck the hater jam session, top 15 countdown, Matrix versus reality, celebrity hood reviews, TV show reviews. Thank y'all, thank y'all. So shouts out to everybody. Shout out to Skylar. What up? Yo, the country fucked up, but those of us going after it will get it. Exactly. For real. Now that's motivating words right there. Message. Shouts out to everybody. Catch y'all on the next one. Like for those that come in, you might have to watch the playback. We have some good music, good news, and more good music. And get ready for some new music from me and Relentless coming soon. Get ready. And I catch y'all the next one. Peace. What it do? Skyler. Shouts out to everybody. We out.